Good morning. I wanted to record this video to refresh your memories where we were at a week ago. So last Thursday we did not have a class, and Tuesday you were supposed to finish your group work, but apparently there were a lot of questions, but you had time, and I'm hoping tomorrow when you come to class, all the group members have done some parts of the questions or some of the questions, so you can gather the clean copy together and hand it over to me. But to remember where we left off, so we were looking at probability distributions and probability distribution for discrete random variables. First of all, this is a probability, the one that you're seeing on my screen, is probability distribution at discrete random variable. We don't know if it is binomial or not. Binomial is a special case of it. So if you know the probabilities, which we can find the probabilities from the frequencies, also remember that, then we can enter the x values as an L1 column, P of x, probability of that x happening as an L2 column, and then we can find the standard deviation and the mean or expected value of the probability distribution. So I'm going to pull out my calculator here and to remind you and show you the comments on the calculator screen. If I can pull up the calculator, yep. Let's see. Oops. Right. Yep, it's here. Okay, so I entered the x values. So x equals 0. So imagine that we have 5 kids in one room, and one of the kids will have an A from this class. What is the probability that none of the kids have an A from the class? What is the probability that one kid will have an A from the class? 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, and 5 kids, and so on. Just created a scenario. Not necessarily it should be like that. I think it might be coming from Netflix. We'll look at it up later on. So I'm entering the probabilities of each event happening for my L2 column. L1 column was already entered. So we're going to go ahead and figure out expected value and standard deviation. All right. So then if you follow the prompts here, then we're going to go stat calc one variables. Okay, so we're going to go stat. We're going to move the next on variables and we're going to hit enter. List 1 will be x values here. Enter. Now that will be list 2. That will be second L2. Right, enter, and then enter. We will calculate. Okay, so this is the expected value of that event, and this is the standard deviation of that sample. Okay, so hence we don't get to see the standard deviation of the sample. We're just looking at it in the population. So there is 5 number summary, but we're not interested in that at this point. Okay, so this is a video about how to find the expected value and standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution. But one thing that you might be questioning now, how are those numbers formed? So 0.06 means that we did have 100 sample size and 6 of them had x equals 0 values. We had 100 sample size, 100 frequency in total. 58 of them has got 1 x values. And I believe it should be coming from the slides here. Look at it. Okay. DVD rented by 100 randomly selected customers. So the frequency of x equals 0 happening if you count that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 out of 100, 0.06. Okay, so in some problems, I know that I'm not giving you that probability, but I'm expecting you to find it because that is unit 1. Right? This is what probability column indicates. Out of how many times that x equals 2 happening? 22 times x equals 2 happening out of 100. That's how we figure out the probability. Okay. There will be another video which I'm thinking will be assisting you and refreshing your mind about the binomial distribution. So see you then.